The prime duty of the harbour was to house the Newfoundland Escort Force, and the Newfoundland Escort Force was made up of Canadian vessels who would meet the convoys. Convoys would form up in Bedford Basin. They would come out to the Grand Banks. The Newfoundland Escort Force, however big they were, whatever the force was, maybe it was a dozen ships, maybe it was 15, I guess depending on how big the convoy was. And they would meet them off the Grand Banks. They would shepherd them. And remember, these were in submarine waters. There were submarines all around here, off the Labrador coast, up into the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and all around. Well, there were two. There were 4 ships sunk in Belle Island, as you know. Mm-hmm. So they would meet the convoy. They would take them to the middle of the Atlantic, which was called the Black Hole, because at that time you didn't have any air support, or you had air support, but it could only go so far because planes couldn't fly. Well, it's wrong to say they couldn't fly, because that's why Gander was built, to intercept the traffic coming from Europe. But the planes that the Navy had, or the Air Force had, could only fly halfway. So then they'd come from Britain and meet them. Maybe they'd go as far as Iceland, maybe, you know, and bring them into Britain. But remember that what they were escorting was the materials to carry on the war. Foodstuffs, armaments, guns, tanks, God knows what, everything that Britain needed. So everything that Britain had to come from over here. Sure. And it was the force that was established here that escorted those convoys.